Welcome to CybersecurityNation. My name is Antonia. I will be continuing from last time. Remember, we talked about virtual machines. So today, I'm going to be showing you how to install virtual machine. We're going to start by installing VirtualBox, the free virtualization software that will host your Kali Linux operating system. So go to virtualbox.org to start your download. Okay, so it's written here powerful open source virtualization. So you click on download. And before we get started, you I want to remind you that you should have a stable internet connection. Yeah, and of course, you need your host computer. My host computer is Windows. It depends what you have, Mac OS or Linux PC. Yeah, and yes, let's get started. So click download and you can see the VirtualBox has platform packages. It has different packages. Like I said earlier, depends on your host, Windows host, Mac OS, Linux distributions. So I'm on Windows, so I'm gonna click Windows host. So depends on what your host computer is. Just gonna cancel the previous download. Okay, while it is downloading, we're gonna head to Kali Linux, which is the operating system we're going to download now. Go to the website at kali.org. Yes. So why I say you need a stable internet connection is because this file size is pretty large, so it's about 4 GB. So click download. So here you're gonna see it's asking for you to choose your platform. So preferably we want to install the ISO image, which is this here. We'll click recommended. So it's gonna bring this page and it has different option again. This is for the Windows platform, and this Apple Silicon is for Mac operating system. So I have my Windows platform. I'm going to select this and come here. See, the size of the file is 4.2 GB, which is large. So I click to download it. So we have successfully downloaded the required files to create our first virtual machine. We have the Kali Linux here and the VirtualBox virtualization software. So let's create our first virtual machine. Right click the VirtualBox and run as admin. Yes. Next, to continue, accept the license agreement to continue. Leave this as it is. It's up to you. You can change the installation location for various reasons best known to you. Otherwise, just click here, change to change the file location, I mean installation location. Otherwise, click next to continue. Now it's saying a network disconnection warning. During the installation of Oracle, your network will be disconnected. So if you have any operations that requires network connection, you can choose not to continue with this installation. Otherwise, click yes to continue. So this is just a message dependencies. Just ignore this for now. Yes. Select one or more startup options. This I leave it as it is. Next to continue and ready to install. Click next to install. So this should be in less than few minutes. It should be done. So we have to start the Oracle, finish to continue. It will open the Oracle VirtualBox Manager. So here you have uh, your virtual box. Click New to install the machine. So it's asking for the name. Let's name it. Let's call it Kali Linux. Next is the VM folder. So if you want this to install on a different folder, you can change it here. Just click the drop down menu to change it. Otherwise, leave it as it is. The ISO image, which we just downloaded, which is the Kali Linux ISO image operating system, you can select it by clicking the drop down arrow, click Other to select where you save the downloaded file. I've saved mine on desktop, so I'm just gonna navigate to my desktop. Depends where you saved yours to. Select the ISO image file. You can see here, which is the Kali Linux ISO image file. Click open. This is very important. So the operating system is Linux. Yes, but Kali Linux depends. It's based on Debian. So you select the OS distribution, click the down, drop the arrow, look for Debian. So this will ensure it works effectively by selecting this OS distribution. So leave the OS version to Debian 64 bits. Next is guest OS installation. Leave it as it is. Next, you specify the virtual hardware. So this base memory depends on how much RAM you have installed on your PC or your laptop. So I have 60 MB. It's okay. I can use 4 MB. Just this is 4 MB, like 4 gigabytes, sorry. So if you have less than 16 gigabytes, you can leave it at 2 gigabytes. If you have less than 60 gigabytes, like total RAM of your host is less than 16, you can leave it at 2 gigabytes. But if the total RAM size of your host computer is 16 gigabytes, you can adjust this to 4 GB, which is the virtual machine. You can allocate 4 GB of RAM to your virtual machine. You call it Linux virtual machine. So the number of CPUs also depends on your system's specification. So here I'll leave it at 2 CPUs. Just adjust this to 2. Now let's go to virtual hard disk. The recommended minimum size for Kali Linux virtual hard disk is 50 GB. So here you can adjust it to, like, since I have up to 2 TB, I'll adjust to 60 GB. Remember, the recommended minimum size for Kali Linux is 50 GB. So next, it's asking for file type, using it. So this is the only option we need to adjust here. So we don't. Now we're having a one assign here, which is the virtual machine name in OS. So that's why the finish is grayed out. Just look for what's wrong. It's saying Kali Linux, probably because I named it Kali Linux before. So I just make some changes. Let's say Kali Linux to 25. So now you can click the finish to commit all the changes you've made. Click finish. Now here we have our first virtual machine installed. So you can see all the various specification which we have just, like, done here. Before we get started, let's go to settings. This is our first virtual machine. Kali Linux is powered off. You click settings. Okay, here you can make the basic settings or expert settings. You can make the general settings, system, display, storage, audio, network, USB. Depends on what you want to do. So let's start with the general settings. I think this is okay. There's not really much to change here. Let's go to the display settings. It's fine. Storage. The display settings. One thing we need to keep in mind is video memory. Okay. Usually I like to set this to adjust this to 70 or 90 MB. The reason is after installation, you want Kali Linux to, I'll leave it at 80 MB, to display in full screen. So if the video memory is low, it might likely not display full screen. So that's why I've adjusted it to 80 MB. So next, you head to the network settings. This is also important. The attached to, you have to click drop down and select bridged adapter. The reason is to make your machine be able to communicate with other machines in our local network. With the NAT option, it won't be able to do that. So with the bridge adapter option selected, it will be, the Kali Linux will be able to communicate with other machines in our local network. So I've just selected this, and the NAT network is also able to perform that function. So after making that changes, every other thing is fine. For now, click OK to commit the changes. So now you have your virtual machine created and ready to start.